My fellow Biafrans, do not allow Nigeria terrorist state, nor their agent and affiliate to tell you you can't get your freedom. I am here to tell you that we are going to get our freedom, and we are going to do everything possible for this particular freedom to be achieved. I want to inform you, we are not only declaring the restoration of Biafra on the 2nd of December, but we are also ratifying the United Nations International Human Rights Treaties and become party to these treaties to abide by these rules and regulations in order to restore peace and stability. Nigeria have not done that for decades. We are going to provide that solution. So, on this note, the Biafra people will gather in the convention alongside with many observers that will be coming from all over the world to observe the convention of the Biafra government, both in the homeland and in diaspora in exile. On that day, Biafra will ratify the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, which was adopted in 1965. On the 2nd of December 2024, as we declare the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra, Biafra will ratify the United Nations International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which was found in 1966. My fellow Biafrans and the good people of the world that are listening and are very, very sympathetic to the cause of Biafra people, I want you to understand that Biafra will be the beginning of civilization in Africa. We have suffered enough. Our people have been killed, and those who made it alive today should go and thank their God that they are alive to witness this particular history that we are making in this generation. On the 2nd of December 2024, that historic day, Biafra will ratify the United Nations International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. My fellow Biafrans, I want you to understand what we are doing. For those who think that this is a joke, you will understand after 2nd of December. My fellow Biafrans, on 2nd of December, the Biafra government will ratify and assent to the United Nations Convention Against Torture and other cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment or punishment, which came into force in 1984. On the 2nd of December 2024, Biafra government will assent and ratify the United Nations Convention on the Right of Child, which came into force in 1989. We are laying this foundation for those who do not understand how Biafra will restore stability in the entire region, to understand that only by the rule of law that sanity will return to the region of the West Africa, largest resources. On the 2nd of December 2024, during the convention that will shape the history of Africa, Biafra government will assent and ratify the United Nations International Convention on the Protection of Rights of all migrant workers and members of their families, which came into force in 1990. My fellow Biafrans, on the 2nd of December, we are not just only declaring the restoration of independence state of Biafra to raise a legal document, but we are also assenting as a government, ratifying the United Nations International Convention for Protection of All Persons from Enforced Disappearance. Today, Nigeria is known for enforcing the disappearance of those who criticize it, who criticize the government, those who criticize the leaders, those who criticize officials. They enforce their disappearance. Just a few days ago, we listened to one of the lawmakers bragging to a taxi driver how he can make him disappear and nobody will talk about him anymore. It happens. thousands of people have disappeared as a result of them criticizing the government officials. While Nigeria was party to this treaty, they encourage and use their law enforcement agencies to violate it. Biafra is bringing alternative. How can you come against the Biafra government? We are people that embrace the future and innovation. So we are going to abide by this international covenant, international law, and international treaty, making sure that it is a pathway to restore peace and stability. On the 2nd of December 2024, the Biafra government will not only declare the restoration of independence of Biafra to restore peace and stability in the Sahel region, but we are also going to assent and ratify the Convention on the Right of Persons with Disability. My fellow Biafrans, on the 2nd of December, when you hear them say December 2nd will come, a lot is going to happen that day. It's going to be one of the most important days in the history of humankind. The Biafra government, during this convention on the 2nd of December, will ratify and assent to the United Nations optional protocol to the Covenant of Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. My fellow Biafrans, on that same day, 2nd of December, the Biafra government will also ratify and assent up to the optional protocol to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. My fellow Biafra people and the lovers of freedom across the world, we are solidifying the legal document that will form the pathway to the recognition of the Biafra as a government, as a state, and then also to bring in lasting peace to the already deteriorating security situation in the Sahel and in the region of the eastern part of Nigeria called Biafra. My fellow Biafrans, on the 2nd of December, the Biafra government will be ratifying and assenting to the United Nations second optional protocol to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. And our aim is the abolition of the death penalty. This particular convention aiming at the abolition of death penalty, the Biafra government will assent and ratify this treaty. In Finland, where I live, which we have taken models from the constitution and many structures of the government, we do not have death penalty. And here, everybody is enjoying, and the government is working for the people. Crime rate is very low. My fellow Biafrans, on the 2nd of December, the Biafra government, during the convention, will ratify and assent to the United Nations optional protocol to the Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, which came into force in 1999. The Biafra government will ratify and assent to this convention and treaty. My fellow Biafrans, the Biafra government, under my leadership as a Prime Minister, during the convention in Finland on the 2nd of December 2024, will also ratify and assent to the United Nations optional protocol to the Convention on the Right of the Child on the Involvement of Children in Armed Conflict. We will ratify this treaty and abide by it, not like the Nigeria terrorist state are doing in the northern Nigeria. On this 2nd of December 2024, as we declare raising a document for the restoration of independence of Biafra, the Biafra government will ratify and consent to the United Nations optional protocol to the Convention on the Right of Child, on the sales of children, child prostitution, and child pornography. Like under Nigeria, these are not crimes. Why Nigeria assent and signed into these particular treaties, they do not even know the value. They do not know the value in the society. They do not know how it helped to shape society to become a better society like you have in Europe. Like one of the criminals in IPOB, Nigeria, was surprised why Simon Ekpa is making all these utterances in the name of fighting Biafra and nobody is disturbing him. But his uncle shared a nude of a child in Germany, and he has been in the court for the past 5 years. As a Nigerian criminal, this man does not understand that sharing any child pornography is a serious crime. And there is where that particular law was derived from. Under this particular treaty, under the United Nations, the optional protocol to the Convention on the Right of the Child on the Sales of Children and Child Prostitution and Child Pornography. He didn't know it's a crime because he is a product of Nigeria. So Nigeria does not respect international law, and that is the reason. That's one of the reasons that are anarchy, insecurity, and all manner of atrocities in Nigeria, and they do not see most of these things as crime. So they come to Europe, they commit these crimes, and they are wondering why police is after them. We will ratify these laws, teach the people what is right and wrong, and make our society a sane and more saner place to live. My fellow Biafrans, on the 2nd of December, alongside other dignitaries that will embrace our convention all over the world, they will witness and observe the Biafra government assent and ratifying the United Nations optional protocol to the Convention on the Right of Child on a communication procedure. We will also, on that 2nd of December, ratify the United Nations optional protocol on the Convention against torture and other cruel, inhuman, and degrading treatment or punishment. The Biafra government will not only do consent to all these protocols, convention, and optional protocols of the United Nations, but also we are going to ratify the United Nations optional protocol to the Convention on the Right of Persons with Disability. I want you to understand that there are many international instruments that the Biafra government will consent to, and make sure we uphold this treaty, not just consenting and ratifying it like Nigeria did and other Islamic terrorist states, but we are going to make sure that we follow these particular laws because it is the only pathway to peace. Once you uphold this law, the rule of law, and abide by the treaties, it is actually shaping to restore peace, stability, tranquility, and all manner of harmony that you can enjoy as a nation. That's the difference between the Europe and Africa. And like I said, because we have come here, there is no other tribe, there is no other nation in the world that is widely traveled like the Biafra people. And not only that we are traveled, we are also in the government in different countries of our residence. We participate in the nation building, and we have learned a lot, and we want to now bring it to build our nation, to make it the beginning of civilization in Africa. I want to stop here because of time.
Person work area. I'm not the key the owner. I don't know front, I don't know back. I'm to save you. Your own is to obey me and to show me love, and I will show you love. If you say that you are not Edo State, if you say that you are not Biafra, I'm here to tell you, if you know where you belong to, carry your bag and go there. If you say that you are not Biafra, that Igbo is not Biafra, pack your luggage and leave our land. If you refuse to leave our land, the land of Igbo will swallow you. The land of Igbo will swallow you. I'm here to tell you that whenever time you see us on the road, we are for you, to protect you. We are not your enemy, you are not our enemy. Only if you can obey our order. I'm to greet Prophet Mazen Namudu Ukalo. I'm to greet Simon Ekpa and greet Biafra Seed and the lovers of Biafras all over the world. IBF, IBF, Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Onimeko Joko is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Holy, 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 holy. Simon Ekpa is another Savior. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. I thank my people once again. In this land of Benin, if you know that you are Fulani Janjaweed, from now to ending of this month, pack your bag and carry your cow and leave our land. If you refuse this my order, this land will swallow.
Welcome to Wonderful Podcast. Simon Ekpa has released a new constitution for the Indigbos and ahead of the Biafra declaration. Some persons have come out to say Simon Ekpa shouldn't have released such names. Simon Ekpa shouldn't have done that. If he has not done that, then he will not do it. If Simon Ekpa has not released the names and he has set up roadmaps for the Biafra struggle, then tell me who will not do it? Is it the Igbo leaders who have abandoned the struggle? Is it the same people who don't mean well for the Biafra agitation and for the Biafra struggle? The man Simon Ekpa is making waves. The man Simon Ekpa is really achieving the purpose. The man Simon Ekpa is really putting no stone untouched. For the Ohanaeze Ndigbo who have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should never be trusted and Simon Ekpa can never be trusted. What a shame. What a shame. You cannot feel that the fact you've betrayed your people, the same person will do that again. Simon Ekpa has proven to be a champion. What you cannot do is doing it for you. And you claim that you claim you are not in support of one Nigeria. Then if you are not in support of one Nigeria, why can't you work with Simon Ekpa to achieve the Biafran declaration and agitation? Rather, you put way on how to stab the Biafran struggle and how to make sure that the struggle does not come alive. Yet, the Chukwu Okike Abiamo has now disgraced you for the second time. Despite all plans put by the Ohanaeze Ndigbo and by the Nigerian government to stop the Biafra declaration, Mazi Simon Ekpa is pushing everything hard to make sure that the struggle comes alive. He's pushing everything so hard that this one Nigeria would never stand during his era. My question is, what has one Nigeria paved way for the Ohanaeze Ndigbo? The one Nigeria of lies, the one Nigeria of propaganda, the one Nigeria that has not seen anything good in the Biafran struggle. This is the same one Nigeria that has not seen anything good in the life of the Igbo man. This is one Nigeria that have put an end to the Igbo presidency. This is the one Nigeria that has deprived the Igbo of better things. And rather, a man has come out to say, I will make sure that my people will never be slaves. If the Ohanaeze Ndigbo feels they can be slaves, let them continue to be slaves in one Nigeria. But for people who believe they are tired of the system, they want to leave the system, let them join hands with Simon Ekpa and work to make sure that the Biafra of their dream is being actualized, that the Biafra of their dream becomes a reality. And for the likes of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, who feels they can wait and become slaves to the Fulani masters, let them continue being slaves in their own country. What an arrant nonsense. The same Ohanaeze Ndigbo have reached out to the president to stop the Biafra declaration. But God in his infinite mercy has been more than this set of people who has put everything to make sure that the struggle does not hold. And the Biafra declaration would never be a success. But here we are today, December 2nd is just around the corner, and between the twinkling of an eye, man Simon Ekpa would declare a new state of Biafra, and he has given the rules and the constitution in which will guide every Biafran man when the time comes. So my advice is for the Ohanaeze Ndigbo, if they are not ready, then let them go. If they are not serious, then let them be and allow those who are ready for the struggle to be part of the struggle. Thank you. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more wonderful podcasts. Thanks so much.